Hey fam, it's PJ here. Come and join me as I head to Boracay, located in the Philippines. I was so excited about this trip because I was finally getting to see my mates after 2 years of not being able to visit them due to the pandemic. I made my way onto my first flight, which was with Singapore Airlines, travelling from Melbourne to Singapore. Once I got to Singapore, I headed to the lounge to have something to eat, relaxed a little, and freshened up as I had a 4-hour layover before my next flight through to Manila. Singapore Airlines Lounge is honestly one of my favourites. And soon enough, it was time for takeoff. So I made my way from the lounge to the gate. I watched a few movies during the flight to kill the time before arriving, and once in Manila, I met my friends and then we ran to our next flight because we were seriously cutting it close. But we finally touched down at Caticlan Airport. But the journey did not stop there. We had to grab all our bags and start to make our way to Caticlan Jetty Port to catch the boat which would get us to Boracay. And I will say this, the boat was an experience. I'm about as coordinated as a one-legged donkey, so crossing that thin, very wobbly little plank onto the boat had me praying to all the gods I didn't take a dive and ruin my camera gear. But soon enough, we arrived and jumped in the car for our last leg to the hotel we were staying at, Aqua Boracay. Rooms here vary but start from around 170 AUD per night. I was staying in the one-bedroom Premier Suite, which has a kitchen, dining and living area separate from the bedroom and a private balcony overlooking the main pool area with views down to the beach, which you can access from the hotel. The hotel was pretty amazing, as I'm sure you can tell, and they also have a gym, spa, restaurant and bar on site that you can go to. Over the next 5 days, we spent a lot of time exploring the area and seeing what there is to do. Of course, we also relaxed and caught up with each other given we'd been apart for the last few years, and there was definitely a lot to catch up on. While our hotel pool was very nice, we had to check out the beautiful beaches. I spent a lot of time in the water because apparently in my past life I'm pretty sure I was a fish, and just being in the water is one of my favourite things to do. But like any good holiday, we of course ate a lot. The food was amazing, and I think I now have a soft spot for adobo, which I may or may not have had a few times. But of course, I did try other foods too, which were equally as delicious. Okay, maybe not equal, but they came close. And now I really want adobo. One of my favourite things we did during our 5 days there was take a sunset cruise. We met the guide at the beach and headed down this floating jetty to the boat, which was seriously testing my balance. But once on board, we headed out into the ocean, passing the Crimson Resort and Spa. Rooms there start from around 500 AUD per night, but vary depending on the time of year. We were lucky that the weather was in our favour, the water's perfect for sailing, and the views truly beautiful from sea to land. The crew on board were a whole lot of fun and keen to get everyone to enjoy themselves. They had drinks ready for everyone, which was apparently alcohol, but seriously, do not ask me what was in it. We even had a local come past our boat selling ice cream, which we obviously had to get. I was actually just impressed that he'd paddled out that far because we were a long way from the shore. And being the fish I am, I couldn't resist going for a quick dip in the ocean. But the magic really started to come alive as the sun began to set. We set ourselves up on the nets to enjoy the view, but honestly, these videos just don't do it justice. Watching the sun float on the horizon, illuminated in the fiery orange glow, merging into that soft blue sky, leaving you awash with peace, it was simply picturesque. We made our way back to land, ready to head back to the hotel, but we were rendered speechless once we turned back and looked out to the ocean. Even looking back at this now, I can't believe this was real. I have travelled to many places and seen some spectacular sunsets, but nothing ever quite like this. This was unforgettable. But after our 5 days of fun in the sun, it was time to head off to our next destination. We packed up our bags and jumped in the car to head to the port, ready for round 2 of the boat experience. I can't begin to explain how grateful I am that they have porters to carry the bags across onto the boat, because I can just about guarantee the fish would have been playing dress-ups with my luggage if I had to carry it over. We said our goodbye to Boracay and ready for our next adventure, but for that, you'll have to stay tuned. For now, I thank you so much if you've watched this far. Don't forget to go down and hit that subscribe button, give this video a like and leave a comment down below. And I'll see you next time for another day, PJ.